What's up, y'all? Chris James, what's up? What's good, brother? Hit the like button so we can get more people up in here. Andy Tortilla says 9 million Snickers ain't enough. Andy Tortilla. Ruiz Jr. says I need more than 90 million. 9 million Snickers ain't enough. That's what the brother's saying. Good morning, beautiful spirits. Good morning, boxing fanatics, pugilist fanatics. Boxing Logics United, Myron Magnus. Alistar Joseph, big up, champ. What is up? Oh boy. Andy Tortilla said he needs more carnita on his plate. Andy Tortilla saying he needs carnita. Let me change that. Said he don't want no carnita dinero. He want carne asada. Andy Tortilla says no carnita, no pork. He want big beef, top beef, carne asada. Well, leaves us in limbo again in this boxing heavyweight fiasco. Personally, give the man 20 mil and put an end to this. Just go ahead and do it. Why? It's the right thing to do. There's nothing wrong with that. Give him another, double his 9 to 18 at least. Just do it. Get it done and over with. Okay? That's speaking for Andy Ruiz. Give him double his pot to 18, 20. Be done with it. What's up, beautiful spirit? Hit the like button. Everybody in the chat, hit the like button. We about to get greasy. So we can get more people in here and get really, really good. And the notifications up. But don't let this thing stall out any longer than it has to be. That is the Boxing Logics United position. Don't let them stall this out any longer than it has to be because of public perception. Public perception. When this goes to the news and start getting more treadway, start being talked about more in the media, it's going to do nothing but raise, I believe, more empathy for Andy Ruiz Jr. Hear what I'm saying. This case is going to just raise more empathy for Andy Ruiz Jr. when it gets to the ears of the casual fan. Okay? They were like, well, yeah, he beat him. He has the belts now. Yeah, he deserves more than 9 million. Let him double the 9 million. You don't want this dragging out longer. You don't want this getting to a point where, say, it does go to legalities. Yeah, give Majin Buu his money. Absolutely, Arjan Ganapathy. What's up, brother? Martin Harnett, what's up? Hit the like button. We want this resolved as soon as possible. Let's use Boxing Logics United. Don't let this get to the ears of the casual fans, the people who are ignorant to contracts, because then it's going to have the bigger roar is going to be on Andy Ruiz's side. It's just facts. People ain't going to be looking at the stipulations of a contract or give a damn about it. They're going to be like, yeah, he deserves more than $9 million. If the other guy's making 50 and he beat him last and he's the champion, let's just deal with common sense, dealing with the average cretin mind. Okay? Christian Luis, the artist, what's up? Formerly known as T. Hit the like button, beautiful spirits. Let's not drag this out. Okay? Go ahead, double the pot. Give him 18 or 20 million, get this joint done. And then it's not much he has left to drag out. You don't want this dragging out. You don't want Ruiz coming to a point where he's sued. And Ruiz getting, say, if he is to get stripped of his belts, all those belts are not. Who's going to fight? What's the scenario if Andy Ruiz Jr. is stripped of his belts? What's going to happen? Is Joshua going to get the fight for now the vacant 3 belts? Danny McGuire, look, it's not about blaming him, it's about him. He signed a contract. He was not even in considerations to get the fight. He reached out. So as a man of some integrity, he should just take the fight and be done with the contract. He's out of legal binding to Joshua anything, then he can go and make all the money he wants. Okay? That'd be the proper professional thing to do on Andy Ruiz's side. Fight, boom, out of that obligation. Now he has the keys to the universe. At least 3 or 4 of them. That's the logical thing to do, instead of crying about more money. But I say put it into that quickly. Double this pot. Let's get this ball moving forward. Have a set date, and get ready for the bang. I do not want the belts being stripped of Ruiz, because that don't mean all those belts. It leaves more room. It leaves more play for dumb shit that happen, and those belts get split up. That's why we don't want it. AJ went there not for Andy Ruiz though. Ricky VW. Are we not right? The atmosphere won't be great. What do you mean, Arjan Ganapathy? Holds like 5-6K people. Hey man, fuck the atmosphere. We want the fight. All right, John, I hear you. The hell with the atmosphere. I know all of us who aren't there, our atmosphere is going to be crazy. We ain't going to be thinking about that crowd. We're going to be looking at them two bang. You feel me? Who cares about the atmosphere? Well, you can. Atmosphere is not priority on my list. Them getting in that ring is. And they're going to fight whether it's, 6 million in there or 15 million. They're going to fight. Black and mild. But, I just want the fight. I don't care about that atmosphere. Atmosphere is going to be great once we get this settled. And see how this turned out. One thing I'm thinking about also, Andy Ruiz, what he don't realize is, yeah, he may only make $9 million in this, but this could be a hell of a trilogy. This could turn into a trilogy. I will be thinking trilogy. Because now they both, it's like, I got one, Ruiz. If Joshua wins the rematch, I got one up. Let's do this again. Get it out the way. Because that's still, we need another fight, a trilogy, to break the tiebreaker. Yeah, and he should be happy with taking the 9 mil. But we don't want the fight, Addy Brown, in my opinion, I don't want the fight dragged out longer than it has to be. Yup. Everything y'all saying is correct. I'm just saying, we just want this fight to go down, don't we? Ain't nobody in the chat wrong. There is no one in the chat wrong. That's it. That's what I'm thinking, Joseph. Just go ahead, look, give him the freaking money, and let it come out of Eddie's pot. I got AJ beating him. It's particularly if he loses weight. If Andy Ruiz lose weight, AJ slimmed down, that's awesome. You need to increase his speed. But Andy Ruiz loses weight, that benefits AJ tremendously. Because him having some of that weight on allowed him to absorb those good shots from AJ and come back. He loses that weight, he's going to lose some leverage, some of the strength in his base. That weight is holding his ass right there and taking it. I think he get knocked off his feet if he loses too much weight. Mid to late rounds. That's what I'm thinking, LHL, that's exactly how I feel. He loses weight, not good. I mean, if he loses a significant amount, if he loses 10 pounds or so, okay. But anything above 20 and up, ooh, he's going to be in for it. Yeah, I don't think that chin will be able to withstand those same similar punches he take. And he eats punches, is my point. And Ruiz got hit quite a bit in the first fight by good punches, you know. So I can understand he might want to be able to slip and move a little bit, but if he come towards AJ with those looping punches, I expect AJ to be able to counter. Get ready for that. Keep the distance, counter when he comes in looping with those left hooks, because of his reach is so short. I think they're going to make him pay for that this time. You know what I'm saying? But give Andy Ruiz the money. Just give him the money. Don't let this drag out. Say, okay, look, we're going to double you to 18. Thank you, Mr. Joseph. Double it to 18 for Ruiz. Jasper Ram, what's up, champ? 9 million ain't enough for Ruiz. 9 million Snickers ain't enough. And go ahead, my opinion is, bust that joint up to 18 right now. And I'm sure that's probably what Eddie doing right now. Like, look, we don't need this dragged out. Anthony Joshua, real life boxing. What's up, salute family. And I know Anthony Joshua might even give it up out of his belt. Guaranteed money. Anthony Joshua himself probably will give this money up. And I believe Anthony Joshua is going to give it up. I think I do too, but we gotta get him in the motherfucking rematch. I think AJ will give the money up. I don't even think it will come to this long. I think AJ's like, okay, fuck this dumb shit. We're not going to down this road again or drag this out any longer. AJ's going to give up. I bet you. Like, oh, he's going to come up with Eddie Hearn. Say, look, okay, look. Take $5 million from me, Eddie. Eddie, you give him $5 million, double his shit. Or 4.5, double it. And if he still says enough, I give another 5. So I think Joshua, look, take 10 million out of my motherfucking pot and keep it on reserve for this bullshit right now, Joshua. If you listen, say, hey, okay, we probably anticipated this coming. We already had the idea this will probably happen. Joshua said, look, I'm taking 10 million out of my joint. Joshua's like, okay, fuck that. Take 10 million from me, Eddie. Ready. 10 mil is ready. We're gonna offer him 5 first of mine. You offer 5. If it's not enough, take the other 5 that I'm gonna put in reserve just for his bullshit, like this, or this type of bullshit, and let's get this joint pumping. Because Joshua gets his hands back on the belts, he'll make that 10 million up in a heartbeat. You get the logic? Joshua probably doubled his worth. So I give away 10 million right now, so you can go ahead and get that in multiples back in the next fight and the fights down the road. Definitely in a trilogy, because they can still have a trilogy. If I was Anthony Joshua and I won the rematch, I would want a trilogy right after that. You look a little soft, but you look like he in shape. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna bother him. But I would, AJ, I would like say yes. Leave the 10 million aside, get ready for it. And then Henry Ruiz, it'll be justified. It'll be justified. Just give the kid the money. I'm still talking if I'm frozen. Don't worry about it. I'm still here. Joshua is tight with money. I told you that's how those Nigerians are. Yeah, I don't think Joshua losing the weight ain't gonna give up any power. He'll regain that power in the speed and the velocity of his punches, if he is the game. That's bulky muscle. It does not necessarily equate to a harder punch. You know what I'm saying? So, go ahead and get the man, give the man the money. Because again, if I was Anthony Joshua and I win, I want a rematch. Because it's still going to be big. It's going to be quite a big purse in the rematch, in the trilogy. It'd be bigger down. We got one, need a tiebreaker. You know what I'm saying? So he'll close up, tie up any loose ends for anybody bring that argument up. Would his punch resistance go down? Well, no, because I don't think he's going to lose nothing in his chin. And no, I don't think AJ is going to go down ridiculously, but 10 pounds. I just think ideal for AJ is 235, 240 max at the weigh-in. You feel me? I think he should weigh in 235, 240 for the fight rather than 247. So if you go down to 237, no, I think that's perfect. I don't think he lose anything. I think that's all gain for AJ. That's strictly gain, in my opinion. Because it's times where it's like this. Have you been overweight? You were slower, sluggish. The punches, you may have had more weight, but the punches wasn't as snappy. If you ever gained weight above average, above your comfortable weight for your body, like I've been 209 pounds, 205. I felt way more stronger, faster, durable at 185. You know what I'm saying? Than I was at 209. And the punches felt the same. So, I don't know, it depends on the person in his body. Is Ruiz? John Powney, what's up? Yeah, I take the stamina over power. The stamina turning to power. If your power lasts longer with you due to you having better stamina. The power will last longer through the round. So yes, I pick stamina over power big time. John Pound, not Joshua's fault. He is a big draw. No, it's not. Wait, it is his fault. He put in the hard work to earn it. It is Joshua's fault. He put in the hard work to earn it. You know what I'm saying? It is his fault. But that's a good fault. That's not a bad fault. No, I think Joshua need to practice 15 rounds. I think, and that's been my opinion, Jasper Ram. I think Joshua needs to train for a 15-round fight. I think that's the case, should be the case for all the great champions, actually. I think they should be training for 15-round fights so that the 12th fight, 12th round, they'll have the stamina to end it if a fight is getting dragged off long. You want to leave it out the judges' scorecards. Train for 15-round fights today. And then let's see how well you feel going into the 7th round, 8th round, 9th round, championship rounds. Train for 15-round fights today. I think all the champions that's looking to form a legacy of greatness should be training for 15 rounds, like the old school days. You know what I'm saying? I always feel that way. If Joshua trained for 15-round fights, Joshua's conditioning issues will go away. Facts. I don't give a fuck what weight he at. If he could train for 15 rounds at 247, he gonna be a bad motherfucker. Then I wouldn't be tripping over the weight. But still, at 240, I think he'd be superb and training ready for 15-round fight. If they did that, I think it'd be great. Especially if you're dealing with cats that's, say, cheating in the game. If you're dealing with dudes that's cheating, thinks art of boxing. What's up, baby? Yeah, about to start grilling them. About to start drilling these heads. Nope. Yeah, he was happy just getting it. And you're right, he shouldn't have never accepted it. But hey, this is the world, man. You got people who have no integrity, people who got other people in their ears, people who start feeling themselves, and it's all good. It's all good. It's gonna come with the territory. Where you got a young buck coming to new money, new confidence, new fame. Hey, he gonna think he instantly worth. Instant gratification is gonna boost that ego up ridiculously. So, give him a quick boost in his purse for the rematch so we can get this fight on with, and no problem, and get this contract signed. I'm all about getting the contract signed. Sorry about the screen. It froze on me. It's all gravy. But, again, Joshua should train for 15-round fight for this fight. And I think from every fight after that, train for 15 rounds. I think that'd be great benefits. Great benefits. And then now that like cats is cheating, that'll level the field. Because the cats that cheat are don't have the willpower. They really, far as PEDs, whoever's cheating, cats who cheat don't really have the willpower, that work ethic they want to really put the training in. So they want, immediate results. And it don't work that way. So, but I think if fighters who train for 15-round fights will balance out anything they get, a fighter their fight is on some help or whatever. Even if that's a thought. Just train for a 15-round match. And I think, which I don't think some fighters, it's probably a lot of fighters doing that. But I think for us, a heavyweight division, if Josh was to say, fuck it, we're going to train for 15 rounds. You know what I'm saying? And that'd separate him. Yeah, I froze a minute ago. It's all good. That would separate Joshua. Just train for 15-round fight. Like it's really going to, in your mind, the entire training camp, 15-round fight. Like, you actually go into this goddamn fight thinking it's going to be 15 rounds and not 12 rounds. And I think that'll change boxing crazy. They will not say a price because whatever Hearn offers, they will disrespect it and want more. That's why they won't say what they want. That's all gravy. Double its pot, that is a significant amount. To double a pot is a significant amount, and that's what he said, right? The hard sparring, they don't have to. They don't have to do the hard sparring. You can keep the hard sparring down to the 12. But I'm saying you prepare road-wise, endurance-wise for a 15-round fight. Period. I think that's what Joshua needs to do. Train for a 15-round fight. And his endurance, issues of conditioning is going out the window. That is a change I will put in his training camp permanently. Train for 15 rounds. And if you don't know how to do that, bring in some old heads like a George Foreman, who was around that time where they fought 15 rounds. You know what I'm saying? That's all you got to do. Is bring the old heads in there and adjust your training camp to a 15-round fight permanently throughout the rest of your career, Joshua. And I think his endurance issues will be gone. Don't need all that high-tech bullshit. Don't need any of that. You hit that bag 30% longer than you would before, than you are now. Hit that speed bag 30% longer than you are now. Yes. Yes. You know what I'm saying? You jog. You extend your run 30%. 30% longer than you are now. Okay? The sparring. Do light sparring, just do the light sparring. 30% longer than you are now. 15 rounds is what you should be preparing for. Period. Hit the like button, beautiful spirits. AJ needs to be roughed up in sparring? Of course. Hell yeah. I think he's always been roughed up already. But the sparring sessions need to extend. Even if it's the shadow boxing. Extend your shadow boxing time, session, 30 minutes longer. Everything expanded longer by 30%. I mean, not 30 minutes, 30%. And just for a 15-round fight. Whatever they do for a 15-round fight, back in the day, they do that. S.A.? And S.A., what do you mean, thinks of art? Thinks in San Antonio? If you offer them double, he will turn, yep. Yeah, AJ got to get roughed up. But I think he has been getting roughed up. A little bit. Oh, yeah, and Saudi. Hey, man. Kind of PR nightmare, man. I don't give a fuck where it's at. I prefer, again, like I said, I think it should be in Madison Square Garden. But, like I told AJ, I did the video right after the match. The second video after the fight, when he was talking about, I was like, and I was the first one to put it out there. This rematch should be in Madison Square Garden. No running to the UK. I did the first video on that because I heard him say it walking from the ring the night of the first fight, and he was saying, no problem, no problem. We're going to have a rematch in Europe." He was saying it to a reporter or somebody on the side, and I heard it. So I said, let me go ahead and make a video about this right now. And so I put that right out there. But I don't care where it's at, man. Preferably, I think AJ should have it in Mexico or somewhere near Mexico. So now the pressure's on Ruiz. Yeah, I'm different when somebody pisses me off too, swear. M. Josh, what's up? He got knocked out in sparring. Right, that's a proper tear up, not rough up. If he got knocked out in sparring, I don't know. They say it is, man. I want to see the freaking tape. Oh, I thought that was the same too. You fight down to your. A lot of times you fight down to your competition, just like Joe Diaz said, and you play down to your competition. How you think some of the biggest upsets in sports has happened? Because the winning team or the highly favored team was fighting an underdog that wasn't supposed to be there, and boom. The underdog came in with the will to win, and they beat him. It's happened in solo sports. It's happened in team sports. Yeah, and I'm just gonna go with AJ said, man. I'm not going to get, you know what I mean. I believe, you know what? And let me keep it real. When they talking about a knockout, when they say knockout, I don't think AJ was like knocked out unconscious. You feel me? I think AJ got dropped. He got hit with a good shot and dropped. And you know, now people are saying, people use knockout for everything. You know what I'm saying? They say knockout. Oh, you got knocked out when the motherfucker got dropped. I think AJ probably got dropped in sparring. Okay? And that's not, Tyson got dropped in sparring before, people remember Tyson got dropped in sparring before his, I think either the one of the Bruno fights where he got hit with that good left hook and dropped, or the Buster Douglas fight or something. But Tyson got dropped in sparring. Fighters get dropped in sparring. You know what I'm saying? It's just not told about, but I think he got dropped in sparring. He could have got dropped a couple of times, but I don't think he was like knocked clean out, like a 10 count knockout. You feel me? No. I don't think that happened. I think he probably got dropped. And I think that's possibly where everybody said knockout. Knockout instead of saying he got dropped. To blow it up a little more. Hit the like button, beautiful spirits. But I think that's the case. Yeah, I think AJ, yes. I think Ruiz knows this, of course. I think Ruiz is in, I'll be honest with you, bro. I don't think AJ's going to get hit with like a shot on the temple and now wear that spot like he did in the first fight. What's the chances of that? What's the chances of him receiving a type of shot like that again? At the same spot to do exactly what it did. I mean, on the ear and temple, I don't think that's going to happen. I think that's unlikely because it caused AJ pain. And one thing that we all learn from, the three things we all learn from is through, or the most defining ways we learn in life is through pain, repetition, and our sight. Pain, humiliation, embarrassment, all those in the same umbrella. It causes mental trauma. And AJ's going to remember that punch. And so I don't think that punch is going to land again. Yes, it was a lottery fucking hit. And AJ is, again, like I said in the first, he ain't gonna go in that kitchen sink. And when he do go in that kitchen sink, he needs to go all the way in. He don't need to go halfway in. He goes all the way in, get all the way out. And become untouchable to that nigga and get that jab right. Jab. Get that Mayweather jab Mayweather was showing him. That hard, quick, stiff jab. And Ruiz ain't gonna want to jump in that joint. You feel me? He needs that hard, stiff jab. Not that stiff one like Lennox, but that jab like Ali, that Larry Holmes jab. He need that Ali jab, that Larry Holmes jab. That jab Mayweather was teaching his ass in that gym that one time when he went to Mayweather gym. Now, he needs a boom boom. He needs that boo boo Andre jab. You feel me? That rectify all of that joint. Now, he still likes to tussle and bang. I understand that. But set that joint up with that hard ass jab. A hard jab. Yeah. Not a sweet, not an old cute looking jab. You know what I mean? Put that sucker out there like a pistol. Fast. A hard ass jab. And push that extra behind it. And pop that joint out there. Because Ruiz is easy to hit. Ruiz took rights. He took lefts. He took them at will. Yeah, that first uppercut lifted his ass up and set a beautiful left hook that put him on his butt. You know what I'm saying? But that's when AJ went all the way in. AJ went all the way in his chest. And that's where he needs to be. Yes. Daniel Fields, what's up? Tomasco Mark, what's up? Let me shout out the beautiful people. Yo, I'm just saying. Just put a stiff ass jab out there. Last fight, he came in with a straight right, killed Ruiz with it. Boom. You know what I'm saying? And that's the right where he stayed in there and got hit with that fucking, what's it called? Ear temple hook. The ear temple hook. Shit, fuck this shit up. That'll fuck anybody up though. Yeah. But Heyman have so many, you're right. That's why I say double the purse, man. Daniel Field, you just getting in here. I said at the beginning of the live, double the purse immediately. For those who just coming in. My stance, Justice Boost, what's up, champ? Is double the purse. Give him 18, 20, get it done and over with. Okay? Because like I said, I will state again, like I said at the beginning of the live, the public perception is going to be on the side of Ruiz. Once this starts floating around more and get around longer, the public perception is going to be favored for Ruiz by him having the belts and only fighting for $9 million. So that's why I think I said in the beginning, people who just joined, Anthony Joshua should go already have 10 million of his he wants to receive ready to give to Ruiz. I said this in the beginning for those who just coming in. I said Anthony Joshua said, okay, let's just anticipate this. Look, Eddie Hearn, we can anticipate this happening. Joshua has 10 ready, already 10 ready of his pot. Say, look, I'm going to put up 5. Eddie Hearn, you put in another 5, give to him off the rip. Or 4.5, 4.5, give to him off the rip. If he's still crying, I put in the other 5 I have for reserve. So now he's making 23, 24. Boom, let's get this fight going. So this is what I said before those who just joined, or who didn't join the last 20 minutes. It's already give it to him right now. Up it right now, okay? To kill it. Because the public perception is going to be for Andy Ruiz in this particular situation. Because it's going to get to the ears of the casual fans who don't know or give a damn anything about what a contract, binding contract says and all of this. And they're going to say, nah, you're right. He's the champion now. He should make more than $9 million. So go ahead, give it to him right now. And I'm sure this week they should go ahead. They should be adjusting this contract right now, an amendment to it, okay? And say, look, okay, 20 million, here you go. Or 18, that's what? That's a significant jump, how Andy Ruiz asked for. Hit the like button, beautiful people. It's a significant jump, it's a double, okay? And it's just have another 5 million for shits and giggles. Or just say, here's 20 million. Okay? Just do it. Just do it. Because, like I said before, for those who just joined, Joshua gets his hands on the belts again, set up for immediate triple tree match, tray match, a trilogy. Okay? So now you will get the tiebreaker out the way, and Ruiz Jr. If you beat him in a rematch, set up for a trilogy, and then boom, you're up 2-1. He's out of your hairs forever. It's done and over with. Because I see this being a trilogy. This should already is 1-1. If Joshua is to win a rematch, then it's 1-1. To tie up the loose ends, dot the T's, set up a trilogy. Boom. Which would be probably for more money. Again for Andy Ruiz, which would be another 25 mil. Say, hey, okay, we gave you, dump it. Now we're gonna give you another 25 mil. Because we don't have to give you a trilogy. They don't have to give him another fight after that. You feel me? They don't have to. But say, hey, we give you a 25 match, whatever you're going to give him in the second fight, the rematch. He should be happy. Made more money in the last 3 fights than he made the previous 32, 33. Boom, he's a happy man. He should get anything beyond what the contract signed for, in my opinion. Justice, and anybody who feels that way, because AJ wants to get the fight belts back as soon as possible. Because if this goes to legality and it goes to being stripped, if Ruiz gets stripped of these belts, who's to say these belts don't get separated somehow, some way? You want to eliminate that possibility of happening, and so you want to go ahead and just give Ruiz this 20 million and shut it up and get it done and over with. I think you don't want these belts to go to legalities and say Ruiz gets stripped, and then somehow, some way, all the 3 belts aren't fought for again, and Anthony Josh was somehow not a part of it. Even though, because, let me ask y'all a question. Maybe somebody here knows this better than me. If Ruiz is to be stripped of the belts, are the belts legally binded for Joshua to fight for the 3 again? Yeah, but did he ever think he was going to win? He might have thought, he might have speaking like he was going to win. But did he really, in the back of his mind, think he was going to win? He saw 7 million. He wasn't even thinking about the rematch money. I don't even think he was thinking about the rematch money. If AJ is guaranteed, if you can think it's 100% guaranteed, AJ will be mandated to fight for the 3 belts. If Ruiz is happy to get stripped, if he doesn't fight him in a rematch, then okay. But still, that's longer. That's longer AJ's without the belts again. And I think AJ's belts, his priority is to grab those belts as soon as possible. Because the longer he's without the belts, the harder it is for him to go ahead and get more endorsements and make more money. If he gave up 10 million, AJ gave up 10 million, how fast do you think he could, and get those belts again? How fast do you think he could recoup that 10 million that he gave up? I think he'd recoup it faster. Okay? You know what I'm saying? Then, hey, that would be a beautiful thing again. But what if something happened against Pulev? I'm just saying, I think AJ will go ahead and want to right the wrong with Ruiz. First of all, he wants to fight Ruiz. Don't you think he want to correct that wrong on his? He want to avenge the only loss on his record. He wants to avenge the only loss on his record. Who would that would be? And Ruiz Jr. Okay, and then he wants to avenge it, and then he wants to kill any he say she say by beating him in a trilogy. He want to get the tiebreaker out of there, so that makes a trilogy. He beats him in a trilogy, then boom, he's done with the Ruiz questions for the rest of his career. Okay, that's my logic. I don't think he want to fight Pulev. He should fight Ruiz, because that will be his only loss. He needs to avenge the loss to Ruiz. So then he can say he beat everyone he's faced, ever. Yeah, we're going to lose respect. Everybody should lose respect. But not the casual fans are not going to lose respect for Ruiz, because they're not going to give a damn about a contract, people. And that's what I'm talking about. Let's look at public perception. And let's just get the fight signed, sealed, delivered. Yeah, they're going to get it. Just give him the money right now. That's my thing. Just, the fastest route to getting your hands back on these belts is what I believe is on Joshua and Hearn's mindset. The fastest way of getting these belts back. And if you need to go ahead and give the man more money, give it to him. By public perception, they're going to follow and go with Ruiz. By public perception in this argument. So go ahead and kill that right away. It's my opinion. Hit the like button, beautiful spirits, all right? Can I get to 25? Get me to 25. It's a shame he conducts himself like this is now, like this now. He has soon forgotten where he was and where he has come from, and that's a shame. Yeah, it is a shame, but it's fucking life, man. People do the flip-flop. People do the wibble-wobble. It's what it is, man. It's what it is. We all have lost respect. Yeah, it's the belts he wants. And I think he wants to avenge any loss to anybody he has to. So I don't think this is about suing. This is about Joshua's legacy. And his legacy needs to show a win over Ruiz. Needs to show a rematch where he beats Ruiz. And then another fight where he stomps the shit out of Ruiz. You feel me? This is for his legacy. We're talking about legacy also, along with those belts. And he needs to beat Ruiz to tie up any loose ends in his legacy. So, doesn't that make sense? I don't think he wants to beat anybody else. Definitely. Pulev, if Ruiz gets stripped, Pulev, and he needs to do it immediately, not let that shit weigh out, drag out, whatever. He could go that route, but, it'll take some from it. Especially the people who are saying, Ruiz style is all wrong for AJ. So AJ come back, smashes him in a rematch, beats him in a trilogy, then all those people who says that shit look like complete dumbasses. Okay? Period. Because like I said, I don't think styles make fights. I think the wills of the fighter in those fights make those fights. It's will. Wills make fights, not styles. Of familiarity. Familiarity makes fights as well. Yeah, I think the fight's happening. He want more money, great. Because I don't think he want to get sued and stripped of the belts. Because then he'd be in the same boat Fury is in then. The lineal, we're gonna say, I'm the lineal tortilla. That's gonna look stupid. You don't want to make history then lose them like that by being stripped. That looks horrible for your reputation. So I don't think Andy Ruiz is going to, let this get to the point where he gets sued and stripped with the belts. So, but I just don't want. I want the bullshit to go aside and we could get talking about the belts, not talking about holdouts and bullshit like that. So I think it's I don't like that type of soap opera and this bullshit. So, hey, that's how I feel. Monday, what's up? Yeah, 9 million is not enough for a tortilla. 9 million Snickers is not enough for Snickers Ruiz. Yo, but I'm going to end this live, fellas. I'm going to end this live. I appreciate y'all. Look, I'm going to come back. I'm going to go live again later on. But my thing is, yes, AJ, go ahead and give. I'm going to be live for another 10 minutes, 60 minutes tops. But I think Andy Tortilla need to go ahead. Let him go ahead and get Andy Tortilla. Let Andy Tortilla get about 20 million Snickers, okay? Just jump it right now and let it be done and over with. Let him sign the contract. And let's get it on. And then we can talk about the stuff we want to talk about. The build-up. Let it get it signed and delivered. Okay? Let's let it happen. Yeah. No, I think if I'm AJ, beat him and then give him a third fight. And give him whatever, match the same for the third what he gave him in the second fight. And let that be 20 mil, 25 mil. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. And then, guess what? Let AJ, let's do it like this. What if AJ, we beat him in Saudi, give him the trilogy in Madison Square Garden again? Or give him the trilogy then in the West Coast, where he's from, where the fight would be the third fight would be even bigger and made more. Or give him the money and so you can seal this contract in Saudi Arabia and then let Ruiz fight Ruiz in Mexico. How big would that be? Look, if you bet, that's fine. But I'm looking at, hey man, building AJ's profile in the Western Hemisphere, right? Then go ahead, fight Ruiz, give Ruiz this money to make him happy, the 20 mil. I say double his pot, okay? Double his pot, and then give him a rematch again in somewhere near Mexico, in Tijuana, and let his uncle be the referee. Do that. Give his uncle box seats and beat the shit out of his ass in LA, in the Staples Center or something, and let all the stars be there. Bruce Wayne is brilliant and fair, no doubt. That's my man. But yeah. Beat his ass. Look, give him the trilogy in Mexico. You know what I'm saying? In the Staples Centers. And so all Ruiz fans is there. And beat the shit out of him. Beat the snot out of him in the trilogy if he can. And boom, it's done. Ruiz, and right then and there, Ruiz, the history of Ruiz is over. The history of Ruiz is over. And he'll have his year of fame. That's it. He'll have his year of fame. And set and have the trilogy, let's say half the trilogy, it was May 1st, June 1st, half the trilogy on Cinco de Mayo. Think, people, let's think the best thing to make this whole thing bigger. He beat Ruiz December 7th. Give Ruiz his money. Fight Ruiz on Cinco de Mayo in Mexico or in California or in Vegas. Wow. How big would the third fight be, baby? Let's think long term. Let's think expanding Joshua's also his profile in Western Hemisphere, then bro, Josh would do that. If that happens just how I laid it out for y'all, okay, go ahead, go ahead, double Ruiz pot. Have 25 mil ready for him in Saudi. Get it done and over with. And then fight Ruiz again in the trilogy on Cinco de Mayo in the West Coast, in LA or Mexico or Vegas. Bro, you talk about a mega third fight. And then the tiebreaker would be done, and then that's to be the end of the Ruiz, history of Ruiz in the heavyweight division. Signed, sealed, delivered. No more. I say give him 20 million, Swerve. Give it to him. Hit the like button for me, y'all. You feel me? Yeah, it could be. Yep. But by that time, he's still even an eternity away. I don't think it will change dangerous president. Yeah, it would change future contracts, and that's cool. In case the fighter wins, in case the underdog wins the rematch, yeah, wins the fight and becomes the second fighter, yeah. Now I think it would make camps pay attention to the contracts even more. But the person who has the belt is going to have the upper hand and will be the A side. So that's cool. If it changed the contracts, it will make fighters pay attention to the contracts more closer and the rematch money in case they should win. That's fine with me. I don't care. Just do it though. Let's get it done and over with. AJ, in my mind, I believe he wants the belts. He wants his hands on the belts. Period. He could recuperate that $10 million he'd say he'd give to Ruiz. Okay? Right now, if he has to. I don't care. But I know the fight. If he does and make him a trilogy fight and end his career, I think that would be big. Lewis never had a third Rockman fight. But that's Lewis. And Lewis also wasn't the most popular heavyweight of all time either. We could all agree to that. Lennox Lewis is not the most popular heavyweight. Even if he did, retire with the belts, he's not the most popular. There's fighters who made much more than Lewis. So, it's all gravy. Yeah, but I'm just saying no one cares about the third. But the third could be a big fight. I think it will. I think the Mexican fans will care about it. And they can make good, substantial money if they do it. Yeah, they are that. Let's not even mention them. The more you mention them, then more people know about them. So don't even mention their names. Until I start like baking one of them in a video or something. If I'm baking one in a video, we can mention them. Let's talk about the box. I disagree. Ruiz maximum 15 mil, and if he doesn't sue him and make an example of him, all these Heyman fighters won't learn. They give him 15 mil. What I'm saying is give the man a significant amount of money what he asked for. Andy Ruiz is more popular than Wilder now. Andy Ruiz Jr. has more fans now than Wilder does. Who watched the last Wilder fight? Who watched the pay-per-view? And those Mexicans going to support Ruiz. He's already met the president. Look how long it took him to meet the Mexican president, and look how long it took Wilder to meet the American president. The USA president of the United States. Come on, man. It's all good. But that's how I feel. But I feel give him a little bit more money and let's get the date Signed, sealed, delivered. Well, that'd be cool too. That's fine. But what I know is, give the man the money and get this fight, get this contract signed. That's all I'm saying. Get the contract signed. Give the man 20 mil. Say, we give you 20 mil now. And you get a little bit on the back end, and let's be done. Okay? Don't leave no wiggle room. But I'm out, beautiful spirits. It's Myron Magnus. If I don't go live this evening, which I'm pretty sure I am, not too late either, early evening, probably around 7, then be ready for a bumping, thumping video tomorrow morning. But I'm out of here. Hit the like button on your way out. If you haven't, I appreciate you. Let's get this fight done, baby. Get this man 20 million Snickers, and let's get it signed, sealed, delivered. I'm out, boxing fanatics, pugilist fanatics, one love.